Hello, hello, you wonderful people of YouTube. Right, so this evening is chest. Okay, so Wednesday, chest day. And usually, and I won't say usually, but I don't tend to say this, or I don't think I've ever said this in history, so mark this down. At the moment, I would put chest third, or in my top three, but third favourite muscle group to train at the moment, behind back and arms being number one. For those that have followed me for a while, and for those that follow me on the likes of TikTok and everything, you know that is a statement and a half, because I do love to train chest. But times change, people change. And as I said, 1 is arms, 2 is back, and 3 is chest. And it might be because my bench has gone to pot. My bench has gone to pot. So was working up to, and I have to admit it's probably been about 6 months, but to about 155 kilos on flat bench. 160 has been rolled off my stomach more times than I wish to mention, but still haven't cracked the 160, so that will be a road to 160 as everyone else kind of kicks around. So I need to get my bench up. I think the heaviest I've lifted is probably about 130, probably in the past 6 months or so. So need to get that up, but let's see what we can do this evening. But I'm going to be doing chest, as I've mentioned already. We're going to be doing some flat bench to begin with, so that's already set up, and that's set up for my first warm-up set on 70 kg. So they're the big bad 25s, as you know, and then I've got some 20s waiting to go as well. So we'll go from 70 straight into working set on 110, I think. I'll skip 100 for this evening, go straight into 110 for my working set. And then we're going to do some floor pressing. So if you haven't seen floor pressing before, stick around. We're going to do some dips, but dips for the chest. So there's going to be some leaning forward into it. So taking out that kind of upright tricep stance and more into a lean forward and hit chest. We're also going to do either incline or flat flies as well. So it's important you get depth on the chest, but you also want width on it as well. The best way to do that is some flies. We might chuck some other stuff in as well. See how we get to. Might even use kettlebells or even dumbbells maybe for some raises as well, just hitting the lower chest. But we'll see how we get on. Let's not be too ambitious. But stick around, let's crack on with chest. Okay, so we're going to kick off with this, and this isn't my first working set, this is a warm-up set, so you've got 25 on each side, 20 kilograms, Olympic 7-foot bar, means 70 kilos in total. Right, so all I'm going to do here is literally just speed up the rep, slow down the rep, go through the movement, get some warmth around these old muscles and joints, and see how we get on. Okay, that's good. One thing I have noticed, and I don't know if you did either, look at that, I haven't even put it up. Right, that was around my chin. Let's get that adjusted, let's go up to 110. See you in a sec. Okay, so this is my first working set on 25, 20, 45, 90. Olympic bar 110, so 110 kilos. I'm going to do 5 repetitions on this. Could I do more? Yes, I can. But am I looking to do more than one set? Of course I am. So, we're going to do 2 to 3 sets on this for 5 repetitions, then I'm going to move up. My rule of thumb, and whether or not you go with this or not, is if you want to see progression in the chest, then frequency is important, but intensity and a really decent rep ranges as well. So I always work to 5 repetitions, and I never go up a weight until I can do at least 5 repetitions at that weight. So say for example, if I'm on 110 kilos, and I can't get more than 5 repetitions out on 110 kilos, I will not go up to 115, I will not go up to 120. I'm not in for this triples or 1 rep max. So I'll work and work and work. I'll work on triceps, I'll work on different push elements, top, middle, bottom, that type of thing, until I can get 5. Once I can get 5 repetitions, I move up. So that's my goal, 5 repetitions in every single one before I move up. And it's worked for me, and that's the quickest way I see progression as well. So, let me stop talking, let's crack on. 5 repetitions, 110 kilos. Good. Perfect. Good, good, good. There was 5. I'm going to do another 2 sets of that before I move up to 120. But already I can feel 110 kilos feels a lot heavier than it used to. I just think it is the frequency. I don't bench as much as I used to. Probably bench maybe once a week if I'm lucky, probably once every 10 days. So I've got to go back to doing it 2 or 3 times a week to see that progression quickly. It needs a larger muscle group, so it needs that love and attention. But yeah, that's sad. Didn't struggle on those 5 as you saw, but you know when you lift up a weight and you push and you know it shouldn't feel that heavy. That's what 110 did. Right, I've got 2 more sets. I'm going to do those behind the scenes. So next time you see me, we'll be up to 120. Let's go. Okay, so you join me in my 4th working set now. So start with a 70 to warm up, as you saw. Went on to 110 and completed 3 sets of 5 repetitions on 110. We've now got up to 120, 25, 20 and a 5, 50 each side, 20 kilogram bar. Maths. Yeah, so again, we're going to attempt 5 repetitions on 120. Then I'm going to do 3 sets of these again. But less talking. Let's see first of all whether I can do it. Let's get this up and let's get this going. One more. Okay, that was good. I think where I've lost it, I feel strong in the chest, but strangely enough, the snap on the triceps used to be my absolute winner. I think I've lost it. I think I'm losing it in the triceps. I think I've got to go back to those weighted dips, go back to those diamond press ups, and literally get some strength back in those triceps. I honestly think I'm quite strong. Get it down there, it feels good. Get to that part where triceps have to take over a little bit. It's not there. Right, I said I love arms. Got to start hammering not only those buys, but those tries as well. Right, I've got 2 more. Let's do this. I might let you join me for the last one, then you'll see pain. So I'm going to do another one, and then I'll show you the final one before we move on to another exercise. Let's go. Right, final working set. Stuck with 120 kilograms this evening. So I've gone through warm-up set 70, 3 sets on 110. This will be my 3rd set on 120. So 6 working sets all in all, plus the warm-up. I'm not going to go above 120 because I wanted to get out 3 sets of 5. It's not about ego lifting, it's not about 1 rep max. When I can get 3 sets out of 5, which I should be able to do, this will be the last set as I said, then you'll see me go up to 125, 130, and again aim for those 5s. But I'm not happy with 1s, I'm not happy with 2s, I'm not even that happy with 3s. Let's get this last one out, let's see if we can get a 5, and then we'll move on to the next chest exercise. Let's go. What I might do actually for a bit of fun for my viewers, let's put the legs up, let's take out any leg drive, not that I use it anyway, and keep that back flat as you can on the bench. So this is all delts, tries and chest. Let's get this done. Dear. Come on. That's just fatigue. Right. Let's get this last one up. Not sticking on 4. Let's go. Little rest. This one's going to hurt. Let's go straight up. Let's go. That's called not leaving until the job's bloody well done. Right, now what I always like to do is mix up those pressing with the flies. So I'm not going to go straight from flat bench straight into floor presses. I'm going to do some flies, get that wider chest. So this is going to be flat bench. May well go up to incline as well, so do 3 sets of flat flies, then go into incline flies as well. Just hit a little bit more on the top shelf. But for now, let's go. So with these flies here, this isn't a tricep exercise as such, so you don't have to touch the dumbbells at the top. All I'm doing is going to shoulder width and then bringing them up. Okay. Really important with this exercise here that it's nice, slow, controlled, with anything just to eliminate any injury. So slow it up, then really control it on the way down as well. What I always do, and as you can probably see, the bottom of the dumbbell, or the one here, literally rests on my forearm. And that just keeps the dumbbell nice and still. And then all I'm doing is bringing it up to shoulder width again. Up into a fly, control, and back down again. Good. Control. Key parts there. Time under tension. Nice controlled form. As I said, don't need the clanging, don't need the touch at the top. It's not a tricep exercise. And to be honest with you, when you get past this, all resistance is gone. So that there, pointless. So all you want to do here is this position here. That way it stays under tension and you don't lose any of the tension coming to this point here. So get it to that point there, shoulder width for me. Down again, control, and bring it up again. And that will equal a wider chest. Let's go. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you now an exercise that I love to chuck in. And I'm literally just putting this in as a third set on my flies, on my flat bench flies. It's going to be a tricep extension as well. Okay, so it's going to be fly into extension again and again and again. So I've done 10 reps on each. You'll see what I mean in just a second. This is a cracking superset no rest exercise. So again, all the discipline of the fly, get to the top, dumbbells just touch, come together, then push up. Into a fly, push up. So it's fly movement, close press movement. This is great for widening chest, and this one is an absolute classic for triceps. And all I'm doing here, I'm working up, so I'm counting each duet as 1 rep till I get to 10. So fly into tricep push, fly, tricep push. If you do want to make it slightly more difficult, instead of coming up and touching the tricep at the top, dumbbells at the top, keep them apart, a couple of inches apart, drop and push. That just means you haven't got your more dominant arm, you haven't got the balance of the 2 dumbbells coming together. It's quite easier, well, it's far easier to do that movement than it is a single movement, but a cracking superset, if ever I should say so. Try it out. Whew. It's good to get chest pump as well as that. Hit those bad boys as well. Okay, so I've worked my way through some flat flies. Now we're going to go on to an exaggerated incline fly. This just means I'm hitting the top shelf. Still working on that wider chest, which who doesn't want a wider chest? Bigger, wider, better. But now we're going to bring in some top shelf into it as well. So again, you're following the same rules. Oh, on the incline, it just feels so much more of a stretch. But done wrong and too fast can lead to some real issues, especially shoulder injuries. Ask many a person. So really important that you keep the discipline here. So slow control on the way down. Control on the way up. Two more. One more. Good. Right. 1 of 3 down. It's incredible the stretch you get just on that exaggerated incline. So that position there can feel a real stretch across the chest. More so than I feel on that flat. But that's a cracking exercise. Make sure it's in your chest session repertoire. Repertoire? Repertoire? That's the fella, thanks. Right, I've got about 15 minutes left of this workout. So I'm going to do 2 more exercises. So far I've done flat bench, I've done flat bench flies and incline flies. Now the last 2 are going to be floor press. So I'm going to go fly into press, and then we're going to finish with some weighted dips. Exaggerated lean forward just to make sure I'm hitting the chest. Let's stop talking, let's get on with floor press. If you haven't seen these before, these are an absolute chest game changer. So we're going to start on 22.5 kilos to begin with. Let's get this done. So what you're doing here, and hopefully, well, let's move along a bit, shall we? Okay. So bottom of the arms. Now these might look like a half rep, and in some ways they are, but they're bloody difficult because all of the tension comes out of the lift at the bottom and you've got to start again. This is great for those that have limited mobility, as well as that, great for those like myself who's trying to better their half rep into tricep extension on their pressing exercises as well. So if you find your lift is really quick from chest up, on say for example your bench press, but not too great on lockout, these will be great for perfecting and strengthening that lockout. You also get a cracking chest pump. Okay, that is a decent warm-up set. Let's go straight up to 27.5. Let's do this. Okay, right, so back into floor pressing, going up now, 27.5 kilos. Might sound easy, try floor pressing. Slightly harder than your normal standard dumbbell press. So, great if you're looking, as I've said before, to perfect and to strengthen that mid-rep to lock out on any press exercise, especially the likes of your military press, especially the likes of your flat bench and your incline bench as well. But this is floor press. Let's get this done. So again, you can really make sure your form's bang on as well. So there's no flare in this as well, as you can see. And you're pushing up and in. So let the back of your arms rest on the floor. Push up and get a stretch.
if I was that Anatoly guy that I've seen on a few videos, you'd be doing this while doing the exercise as well, wouldn't you? So like literally working a bit of abs as well. So a bit of core, a bit of abs. Or maybe even leg raises. But I'm not that talented, so I'm just going to stick to what I know. You can really feel these hammering your triceps. That is a chest exercise and a half, and cracking one for strengthening those triceps. Let's go. Okay, last set of floor press, 32.5 kilos. Don't ask me how I got into this give birth position. It was difficult, but let's floor press. Oh. 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 One more. I'd like to say that was fun, and it was. So I've just said it. Happy days. The last exercise of today's session, weighted dips, coming up. Hello everyone, excuse me, and don't worry, no I haven't shrunk. I'm literally just putting on 15 kgs onto this weighted belt. So what we're going to do now is lean into these dips to bring in some chest and still a little bit of triceps to finish off a decent chest session. Let's go. So this is body weight plus 15. Easy money. Right, let's chuck a little bit more onto that belt, shall we? Right, final set of weighted dips. I'm losing the will to live and the voice. So, down there is a 15 and a 10. So 25 kg plus my 85 body weight, 110. And attempt 10 repetitions on this. For those that have watched me on TikTok and different things, yes, I can do quite a bit more than this, but I used to have a really heavy duty commercial dip machine or dip stand. This is put together with some flimsy bolts and a Homcom power station. So I'm just hoping it will take 110 kilos. All of you are going to have a little bit of a laugh in a sec. So let's get this on. So, body weight plus 25 kilos, 10 sets, 10 repetitions even. Lean forward, get an exaggeration on the chest, as well as that, get some activation in the old tris as well. Let's do this. Okay, one for luck. Happy days. Good. Right. Did it a disservice there. No creaking. That did its job. That's me done. So another decent chest session. If you haven't subscribed, how very dare you? Literally takes you 2 seconds. And how would you want to miss one of my next videos? Subscribe, like, comment. Loving the comments. Already building up a little community. Just over 500 subscribers. But thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. I'm out of breath.